can make yourself feel like you're a lot heavier. Just by little tricks like this, like where you're stretching them with the knee and driving, or this next move I'm going to show, or stuff from like the belly kicks. I won't pressure too much, but there's some, you know, like knee on belly. Okay, I'm here. Well, really, my foot should be way out here, so as much pressure can be on him as possible. And then if he's got a gi, grab that in his pants, or if he doesn't, you know, I'm like pulling up on his head and leg as I drive in. Just another way to kind of add to your weight. So here's another one. So once we get him out, first thing I want to do, because he's probably going to be like trying to throw me off, I'm going to put my feet together like praying hands kind of thing. And I'm going to drive my hips in and just press. And I can do like an airplane. And then once I start, you know, maybe like once I'm past the initial burst and like he's not struggling so much, I can kind of relieve a little bit and start working stuff. And then if he does try to throw me to a side, I'm going to hook that side and I'm going to smash my hip into it. If he throws me to the other side, so go ahead. So, active hooks. So two things we're working here. First off, when you get there, praying feet and just smother him. It should be kind of hard for him to breathe here. And then, but the problem is this uses some energy from me too. So once I'm kind of past the initial thrash and go crazy, I start working stuff and I just keep my hooks active. So then when he tries to buck me, I drive that hook, so go ahead and buck. I'm driving this hook up into his leg, which takes away the leg that's driving, and at the same time smashes my hip into the hip that's trying to throw me over. So let's do that. Let's do praying feet, have them struggle a little bit, and then go to the kind of lower energy position and just do active hooks. And whenever they try to throw you to the side, slam that hook in, slam that hip in, and stop. Any questions on that? We talked about doing the praying feet and active hooks. A couple things to think about from there. Or if they start fighting with the legs. Yeah, just like trying to kick the legs off. So I can keep, you know, spurring back. Another option is instead of praying feet, I can grapevine. But the other thing about that is a lot of this purpose is to kill his hips, so he can't bridge. If he's squirming and fighting my legs like that, then he can't really be bridging at the same time. Another thing is I'm going to start attacking something up here, and it might distract him from his feet. So attack the arm, you know, you can drop elbows in the MMA or real fight. But the thing about this is, since my hips are kind of pinned down here, it limits some of my attacks. So eventually, I want to start working my way up to a high line. So either I want to be all the way down with hooks or all the way up. But I don't want to be in between because he's got a lot of power with his bridge here. And so that's not so good. But if I can get up here, for one, go ahead and bridge now. Not much. For another, I'm controlling his arms with my legs. And I can, you know, obviously I can strike, I can attack the arms for arm bars, or whatever. So what I want to do here is I want to be up pretty high so that I'm past the power of his bridge. I want to kind of squeeze my knees, I want to tuck my feet underneath. So if he does bridge, I've kind of got hooks. And then the other thing is, when he does bridge, I got to be relaxed. If I'm too stiff and he bridges, going down. But if he bridges and I'm relaxed, no big deal. So, and that's another thing. A lot of times guys will make the mistake of putting their hands down here. You don't need to. Keep those hands where you can use them and where your weight's on top of them. So don't be doing this. Be here, relax back, so if he bridges, I can absorb the shock and I can start attacking whatever kind of stuff here that I can start switching to an S mount or whatever. So let's just work that position a little bit, the high mount. And there's a number of ways to get to it, but we'll just kind of grab the head and start crawling your legs up until you're here. Pinch the knees in, get your toes tucked under, and stay loose and have them just thrash around and try to escape. Any questions on that? We'll try it just for a few minutes and then we'll move on to sparring.